everyone. Sorry if this outfit and everything looks very familiar. I do film my favourite videos and May Empties videos at the same time just to get them done, so that's why that's like that. And yeah, as you can tell, it's going to be May Empties video for May, and somehow at the start of every month I think I won't have that many empties, but at the end of this month I can't say it's finishing that much up, but somehow I'll get there. So yeah, I've got plenty to get through, and there's a box is full of them. So yeah, I'll start now. The first one is kind of weird, like a cheap one-ish, but it's a Clarisonic head. And yeah, I've just finished using one of these, and this is just the first one I had, which was the sensitive head. And yeah, I used it to death. Like, you're meant to use it for 90 days and then swap it, I think, but I used mine for like exactly 4 months and then swapped it, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use like them every 4 months, so then I use like 3 a year. Yeah, and what more can you say about that? I'll do a Clarisonic video if you really want us to. I don't mind doing that. But yeah, I got the normal head after this one, and I do think it actually works quite well compared to the sensitive one. Next is these Johnson's eye makeup removal pads. Yeah, I actually really like these. Fleur de Force mentioned them like ages and ages ago in one of her videos, and then I saw them a few months ago in Superdrug, so I just thought I'd pick them up. And all they were like, it's like this pot, really inexpensive. I can't remember, £2 or £3 maybe, and you get 30 pads, and they're just like cotton wool pads filled with eye makeup remover already, which is lazy but really convenient. And they didn't sting my eyes at all and did a really good job of getting rid of my eye makeup, so I'm going to be definitely repurchasing these. Yeah, definitely. Next is something really random, and it's because my mum gave us it, and I had really bad burn and I hadn't bought any after sun yet, so she gave us this one that she had, which was Natural Tone Rosehip Aloe Lotion. And it was weird and random because I've never heard of it in my life, but yeah, I used it up. So yeah, I won't be buying that again because I've never heard of it, but it was alright, it did the job. And the next is something that I have to give a kind of negative review of, and it's the No. 7 Exceptional Definition Mascara. And this is just like a mini one. And I have to say, I haven't really used this up. I used it 4 or 5 times, like 4 or 5 days before deciding there's no point in me just use this up for the sake of it. I really, really don't like it, so there's no point in putting myself through it for the sake of just using up a sample. First of all, the wand is weird. Like, one side has got tiny little bristles, and the other side is like rounded with longer bristles, and it's really flexible. Like, you can see when I'm moving it there, it's just strange. And I don't know if there's anything wrong with the formula of mascara. I don't think it's that. I think it's the brush. And what it does is it just clumps my eyelashes up. It doesn't really do anything good for them. It doesn't make them look bigger or longer or fuller or anything. It just kind of clumps them together and makes them look black and spidery and messy, and no, just no. So I will not be repurchasing that. Next is my deodorant of choice, which is Women's Sure Long Lasting Protection, and from the fragrance collection, which is Bright. So it says with scents of flowers and apricot, and I really like the smell of this. It's sort of strange because it's just deodorant, and normally I never used to be bothered about the scents. I thought of it like flowery and weird and like a bit, maybe coughing were horrible. But this actually smells really nice. I remember like probably the first or second time I sprayed it, my boyfriend was in the room and he smelled it and he was like, what perfume is that? And I was like, it's not my perfume, it's actually deodorant. And it really smells nice. So yeah, I went straight out and bought another exact same one, which I never really do with deodorant. I just picked the cheapest one or whatever's on offer, but I actually went hunting back for this one, so it is really good and smells lovely. Next is something actually from the May Glossy box, which is really strange because I never end up using up a product in the same month that it's given to us in my Glossy box. I always end up kind of keeping it and hoarding them a bit. But this one I've actually used up in the space of about a week, and it's the Neal's Yard Rehydrating Rose Daily Moisturiser. And I use this on my sunburn, which I've had a lot, which is why there's a lot of moisturiser, because I had really bad sunburn, which is still on my chest, but I won't show you because it's peeling and it's horrible and on my shoulders. But yeah, I've just been overloading with moisture, and this has been really nice actually. I don't know how expensive it is, because I didn't get one of the little cards in my glossy box this time, but these products have definitely converted me to rose scents, and I'm not as put off by rose anymore, and I actually really like the smell of this, and yeah, it is for normal skin, so it's not like as rich as the moisturisers I normally buy. I normally go for the ones that are for dry skin, and they are normally like thicker and stuff. This is quite thin and runny, and it does sink in quite quick, so it's nice if you don't like a thick moisturiser, so I'd recommend that. I don't think I would purchase because like, I think it's quite expensive, Neil's Yard, and I'm kind of not that fussy, and as you've seen my favourites, I've already got a body lotion that I really like, so I won't repurchase, but I would still recommend, and I'd use it if I had it again. Next is Imperial Leather Foam Burst Shower Gel, and this is the one it's called Soft Touch, which is meant to have vitamin E and things in it. And yeah, I went through a phase of being obsessed with these foam and shower gels, like the one that was in the glossy box, the Rituals one, that set off my obsession, and then I bought 2 from Imperial Leather, and I've used them up, and they were nice, but I think it was definitely just a fad and something that I was kind of entertained by for a while, but I've just gone back to my old faithful normal kind of shower gels, and yeah, I'm not that bothered about the foaming thing anymore. I think I've got over it. So they were nice, and if you're excited by that like I was at first, like a bit of a nerd, then go for it. But yeah, it didn't do anything spectacular for my skin or anything, it was just for the foam aspect of it, and that if you go in Asda and stuff, they are slightly more expensive than the regular shower gels, so I don't know if that's worth it or not. And actually you don't get much uses out of these, like it says 40 washes, but I don't think I got 40 washes out of these because this lasted us less than a month, and I definitely didn't have 40 baths in the space of 30 days, so yeah, it doesn't last that long. Next is another body butter, and it's another one from Glossy Box, and it's the Bliss Blood Orange and White Pepper Body Butter. And as you can see, I've actually used this to death. I really like this actually, it smells really nice. The blood orange thing and white pepper kind of put us off, but I actually really like the smell, and yeah, this is one that didn't sink in as quick as the Neil's Yard one. It was definitely a totally different formula and a lot thicker, but this worked really nice on my legs. I tend not to like really heavy scents, like right up around my chest and everything. Like this was quite a strong scent, but it was really nice to put on my legs, and yeah, I'd recommend it. I know this one is quite expensive, so again, I won't be repurchasing, but I do like to try them out and see how nice they are, and this was one of my favourite things I've tried from Glossy Box in quite a while, so yeah, recommend it, but won't be repurchasing. Another Glossy Box thing from years ago, from a few months ago, October maybe, is the Dermalogica Renewal Lip Complex. I know this is tiny, but I actually thought I finished this months and months ago, and then I couldn't find it, so I couldn't have it at Empties post, but I hadn't finished it, and I found it, and now I finished it up, and it's in this one. I know this is expensive as well, so I don't think I've really repurchased it, because essentially it's a lip balm, and I don't think it tastes amazing or smells amazing. It smells kind of strange, I can't actually describe it. I don't actually know what that smells of. It smells a bit chemically and a bit weird, but yeah, and it did work well, but other lip balms work just as well for us as well, and this one's quite expensive, so I won't be repurchasing, but it was nice. And next we have the Aussie Awesome Volume Conditioner, which is, for the first time ever, I think I've gone through conditioner quicker than shampoo. I used to be one of those people that uses loads of shampoo and then a tiny bit of conditioner on the ends, but my hair has kind of been like getting a bit damaged and stuff, so I thought, well, I've been using a bit more conditioner right up to here and like using more of it, so I've been going through it quicker than shampoo recently. And yeah, I've used this one up, and this is my favourite conditioner ever, because most conditioners weigh my hair down, so my hair is really fine and just kind of limp. As you can see, I washed it today and it's kind of stuck in my head. But that's because I'm not using this conditioner anymore because it's finished, but with this conditioner it's really light, and I can use it way up here and it doesn't weigh my hair down, and it just feels lovely and still conditions really nicely, so I always go back to this. Next is a perfume actually, and I've had this for years, and it's one of the Next ones. And when I was younger, I used to be obsessed with Next scents, and this was all I used. And I used the Paradise in the summer and this one in the winter, and this was May Empties, which is me butchering some French phrase. But yeah, I've used it up, and I'm kind of glad I used it up, because you're not meant to keep perfume for that long. And I must have had this since I was 16, so it's like 4 or 5 years I've had this bottle, and there's ones I prefer now better than this. But it is nice. It's very wintry, so I was just trying to use it up because there was a tiny bit in the bottom, so I thought I may as well just get it out the way with and just use it. Yeah, it's just a wintry smell, and I'm no good with scent descriptions, but you should go and smell it. And it's good because these tubes are only like £4 or £5, and they're nice. So yeah. Another fragrance is another thing that I've used up from this May Glossy box, which I've actually used both these up really quick, and it's the Lolita Lempica perfume samples, and one was the Om Blanc, and the other one's just the original. And I've actually used these both up, completely used up, and I prefer this one, which is the lighter one, the Blanc one. I think they've both got a similar smell, but this one's, the original one's definitely heavier, and it kind of makes us feel a bit sick. It's one of those scents that is quite sickly, and I'm not good with sickly scents. And yeah, I did use it up, but my boyfriend hated it. He was like, oh, I really don't like that perfume, because he knew I was trying this out. He didn't think I bought a full one. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of this, and it's all gone. And this one was nicer, but I don't think I'd repurchase, because again, it was kind of sickly. It was just less sickly than that one. But I'm glad I got to try them out, because I thought I've heard of them before and I really wanted to try them. I've got 2 more things, and we'll save my battery lasts through the 2 little things I've got here. The first is Food Hand Cream by Soap & Glory, which is the mini one. And I go through these like crazy, and I need to go and buy another mini one, because I've got loads of the big tubes because of people like buying us them in gift sets and stuff. But I have to go and buy these little ones myself, and yeah, I always forget those, so now I'm carrying a big tube around in my bag. And yeah, I'm a hand food or hand cream freak, and I use it all the time. I'm like obsessed. So yeah, I had to go through these quite quickly, and this is my favourite hand cream ever, and it smells amazing. And yeah, go try that. I will be buying that. And again, the last thing in my box is, finally finished this up, is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, which is just this little mini one that I got on my makeup palette. And I was trying to use it up because I don't like having loads of little things sat around in makeup storage. I like to kind of use things up and stick with the things that I like the best. And I used to love my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer, and so I like that better than this one. But since I've used this one, I've gone back to that one, and I have to say this one is better, I think. Yeah, it works well, and it stops the eyeshadow from moving, and that's all you ever need it to do, really. And I do really like it. I hate the packaging because I know there's loads more left in there, but I kind of get it out, so I'm glad to have the squeezy packaging now. But I think if it's ever on sale or something, I would buy it again, because I think it is a bit pricey. And the e.l.f. one, although it might not be as good, still does the job for the most part. And for the difference in price, I think I'd just stick with that one. But if it was ever on sale, I would buy it again, because I did really like it. So yeah, that's everything. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 empties this month. So I'll be glad that I just took that all in the bin now. Yeah, 15, that's crazy. I don't think I'll have that many next month, but